should be live. Using a Streamlabs OBS, which I've never used before, but hey, we're trying her out. And also double checking in the appropriate YouTube stuff. But yeah, this is neat. Make sure I'm set to public. Yep. Okay, cool. We're playing Pac-Man World because it was something I could play to test. I'm trying a slightly different layout. I have still the monitor up there with my stuff, but I'm trying to output the game here as much as I can so I can look directly below the camera and not look awkward, basically. Chat's over there. It's not a perfect solution. In theory, chat should show up on the screen as well, but it is a trial run, basically, so we'll see. It would help if anyone joined chat, but that remains to be seen. I genuinely don't know if that's going to happen or not. TBH. Although I sure like to think so. Kind of looks like the stream's being... Nah, it looks fine. Okay, I thought it was being a little laggy, but it's really not. I don't know why I have my preview set to 1080p 60 FPS. It does not need to be that high. But yeah, okay. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So, this is basically going to be a short test stream. We're only going to play, like, the first 2 hours of this game. I don't know why I'm watching the intro cutscene. No one cares. But we're going to play like, the first hour, 2 hours of this game. It's a favorite of mine on the PS1. It's not an amazing game, but it's pretty fun. What basically just happened is Pac-Man's family got kidnapped, and now Pac-Man's got to go rescue them, and he's very depressed. And the low resolution of the FMV doesn't age particularly well, obviously, but it actually is pretty decent FMV for the time, so I dig it. It's cool. I thought this cutscene was awesome as a kid. Basically, Pac-Man just encountering Talkman and being pissed. That's pretty much the gist of it. He's really not happy. But yeah, I'm going to try throwing something in chat and see what happens. I just bumped my mic aux cord. I'm sorry, everyone. Not aux cord. XLR cable. Wow, I'm tired and out of it. Testy, test, test. Did it do anything? In theory, it should. Didn't. Yep, there we go. That's pretty sick. Poor Talkman. I'm gonna rate that. Hey, how's it? Yeah, Talkman. Because spelled like Namcot backwards. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I really want to see how everything looks. It's the only actual dialogue this game has, if I recall correctly. But yeah, this is a very interesting game, actually, for what it is. Like, it's kind of just a basic, just a basic platformer, really. But it's a very fun one, and it'll be a decent one to use for a throwaway stream, so... But yeah, so basically, this game amounts to being a basic, everyday platformer. A pretty decent one, making sure everything's in sync, but it seems to be. In terms of the various monitors, the one I'm playing on versus the one that's in real time. Okay, the game does not want to have analog controls. Let's, make sure it does, because you'd think it was just default to having DualShock mode active in a game that supports it, but I don't know. And maybe that is asking too much. I legitimately don't know. Also, I sometimes forget how nice PS1 games look outputted through a PS3. But, like, because Pac-Man World's a pretty, I'd say, above average looking PS1 game. Like, it's not beautiful or anything. It looks decent, though. Like, it does look good. But, like, obviously there are better looking games. Like, I think the Crash games and stuff obviously are going to look a little bit better than this. What you just saw me do is actually throwing a Pac Dot, because that's an ability he has in this game for some ungodly reason. It can't be healthy, but it's what he does in Pac-Man World. There's a bunch of fruit down there. I'll show them off, I guess. The swimming controls of this game are kind of odd, because it's X to swim upwards or jump out of the water, which makes sense, but down is triangle. which is super strange, and I'll never understand why they thought that was like the best possible control method. But it's functional. Like, there's no issues with it. And there isn't enough swimming in this game that's ever really a problem. I mean, there's a lot of swimming in some of the later levels, don't get me wrong, but it's never like problematic with the controls. Like, they totally function absolutely as intended at all times. The trampolines are called B-doings, and I just think that's really funny. But yeah, I love PS1 game water, too, because it's always just a texture, and I think that's funny. Also, this is like the most blatant knockoff of Metal Mario they could possibly have done, and I just think that's beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing to have. But yeah, this is just a stupid little, not a formal mainstream. Like, I mean, I have it public, just in case people want to join in. But, like, I'm probably going to delete the archive, because I actually do want to stream this game again later. I made the thumbnail a while ago, and that's why we went with this game. Just because I already had the thumbnail laying around. But yeah, I think, obviously in full screen, this is going to look better than it does in not full screen. But I think this is a neat layout. And also just making sure that, like, running Streamlabs and stuff isn't going to slow anything down. What I'm currently doing for lighting is I'm actually making sure I have a bright app running on the PC to illuminate my face until I can buy an LED ring, because I want to do that at some point. But as of right now, I'm a broke boy and I cannot afford to do that, which is very lame, to be frank. But, you know, it is what it is. You can skip some of the dots in these flying pack dot chains, but doing that's kind of dumb. Because in the later games, you'll just eat the dots and, you know, it doesn't affect anything. But it'll actually screw up the flight in this game. It'll make things weird. I say flight pretty loosely because you don't really do much flying. Like, you technically do because you follow the chain in the air. But it doesn't actually impact anything. This game is pretty cool. I was going to do Pac-Man World 2 and, like, make it an actual stream. But I was like, I might be tweaking settings the whole time. Also, there's a lot of dithering in this game. I wonder if it looked better with smooth mode on. I hate smooth mode in emulation. But I'm just kind of curious. I think it's in smoothing on. I'm just curious. Does it look any better? No. No, it looks terrible. Let's turn smoothing off. Does anyone actually like smoothing in... Nope, don't want to reset the game. Does anyone actually like smoothing in emulation? Like, I swear it's always disgusting. The game kind of actually has a widescreen mode. And I say kind of because it doesn't really. It, like, PS1 games still natively are going to try and run it in 240p and 4:3. Obviously, emulated, this is going to run higher res, but the point still stands. It's still lower than that. And to compensate for that, what they basically do on here is basically they just run the game as normal, but they stretch all the graphics. So if it's playing on a widescreen TV, it'll look better because it'll be the graphics are accommodating for the stretching, which is kind of cool, but it actually causes some distortion and it's not done really well. It's neat, and I originally thought, hey, that's dope. I can play this game in widescreen on my TV, but yeah, 4:3 is still the way to go for this game. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it just depends on who you are. I don't have a problem playing stuff in 4:3, so, you know, it's fine by me. Or at least my approximate. It's in 4:3 now. It wasn't originally in 4:3. The game ran in some weird pseudo 4:3 resolution, but I corrected it to 4:3. Just because I have it set to correct it. And I can tell I corrected it well because everything that's circular is a circle. So, you know, I clearly got the aspect ratio right. But Pac-Man? Alright. I guess that's just the stream now. I actually can't move. He's just stuck. I can do this. Okay. This is fine. This is all I ever wanted Pac-Man to be anyway. Well, now he's like stuck upside down and just rotating. Can I get him back right side up at least? Because he's right side up the first time around. He's actually stuck. I think I'm going to exit the level. I don't really want to exit the level, though. I'm good. Oh, I got him the right side up again. I'm good with this. This is good. This is like a perfect image for me to have. Isn't he pretty good looking, Tim? He's stuck, Sin. He won't move. He just got fucking stuck. He won't budge. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. He just won't move. I don't want to reset the level. You see, Pac-Man jumped on a door and he got stuck, and now he won't move. So now he lives here now. Like, I just mash any button you want, do anything. It's plugged in because the controller died because I didn't think to charge it before stream, but it just, I can move him. I can make him do all kinds of crazy poses like that. But yeah, I can't actually move him. I guess I'll restart the level then. That's really lame. Or it's glorious. Debatable, I guess. Actually, that's what caused it. Mason was joining the stream. That's why Pac-Man got stuck. Hey, look, we can fire this cannon by butt bouncing on it. Haha, I really like this game. Fun fact, this game I'm using right now is just a stupid test stream. This game was actually the first thing I ever did on LyingTuna as a channel. That video is gone. I mean, it's not gone, like I didn't delete it, but like no one has access to it. It's unlisted. I'll probably make it public again eventually, but not for a long time because it drags down my channel as a whole because of how bad it was, because I didn't know how to make game reviews. I was but a child at, like, not really a child, but I got decent at making them eventually. Like, not great. Like, I'm not the second coming of any good content creator. Oh, this is the door I got stuck in. I probably shouldn't screw with it. But yeah, we reviewed this game. Except I didn't have a PS3 at the time. Oh, fucking hell. I didn't have a PS3 at the time. So instead, I recorded it on a Wii running Homebrew channel. Because I had a PS2 that I played the game on. But it was like, hey, let's not function at all. With my capture card at the time. Which wasn't the PS2's fault. I just didn't know that you couldn't do component out on PS2 for PS1 games. But turns out you main Pac-Man in Ultimate, huh? I still haven't unlocked Pac-Man in Ultimate because I still barely play Ultimate. I like to think this is the series, like the sub-series in Pac-Man that they kind of base the Smash design on. I mean, I use the Smash render in the thumbnail because I like that render of Pac-Man a lot. And if you can't tell from the channel aesthetic and artwork and logo, I kind of like Pac-Man. See, I've been playing a lot of Sonic and Smash Ultimate. He's a lot of fun. I mean, he's always fun, but I feel like he's just buffed every appearance. And then I haven't actually played Inkling yet. I have Inkling. I just haven't screwed around with him / her yet, depending on which Inkling skin you're using, I guess. I guess using this current setup, it doesn't actually cause the OBS. The Elgato doesn't lag out horribly on OBS right now, so I can actually play decently. That's pretty cool because I haven't been able to enjoy gaming very well while streaming lately because I have to crane my neck really, really awkwardly in order to see. Otherwise, I will be playing with several seconds of input lag. So this is a good improvement. I heard this version of OBS ran better, so I'm not complaining. It's pretty great, actually. Mic should sound a little bit different, a little louder probably. Or rather, it's not that it'll be louder, but I can be a little freer with it. Because I got a mic. Yay, Tim just unsubmed and resubbed. Yay! We had to test the subscriber thing for streams. Which is charming enough. But I forget what I was gonna say because Tim fucking distracted me because he's just trying to do work because he's the guy. Boom Guy's the one who did all of my art and stuff for me. I'm just now buying Splatoon 2 actually, so at least I'll be able to get in the last couple Splatfests. I love them in Splatoon 1. I think I participated in every one in the first game. I haven't bought in Splatoon 2 yet. Haven't bought Splatoon 2 yet. I don't think boughten's a word. I don't know why that came out of my mouth, but I am in fact gonna get Splatoon 2. I'm actually really excited for that. That's another one that I want to like integrate subs into playing. This is the Streamlabs version of OBS because I'll still use standard OBS whenever I'm just playing stuff to record for my channel, but for streaming, well, if I want my overlay and stuff, I have to use Streamlabs. So, like, I mean, I could have the background and stuff. Like, I could still have the background imagery and the webcam and stuff like that would all function fine on any version of OBS, but no, I didn't get Splatoon today, Kyle. So, like, because by coincidence, I ran to Tears at GameStop, and, like, we both inconvenienced our rides horribly by just chatting for a really long time. But I was there specifically to buy Splatoon. I went up. I was like, I'm going to buy Splatoon 2. I got Ratchet and Clank and some other stuff instead. But the reason I didn't get Splatoon, I went and they said they had it online, and they were like, nope, we're sold out. And I'm like, oh, okay, I believe you. And they're like, okay, we'll check. And I'm like, I believe you. And they just ripped the store apart. Like, I'm pretty well liked at GameStop, so it makes sense. A lot of those guys are customers at my store, so, like, I treat them really good, and they treat me really nice. You know, it's a mutual game store understanding thing, I guess. Plus, they're just really... We have a pretty great GameStop where Tears and I live. But, yeah, they, like, took forever because they just, like, ripped apart the store looking for a copy of Splatoon. And I was like, all right, well, you have the display copy, and that's it. And they're like, yeah, there's no game for that. And I'm like, I know. Which, no complaint. I'm not complaining, obviously. But, yeah, I have to buy it still, though, because it was not there. I was very upset about that because I was really excited to get it. Honestly, Splatoon's super fun, though. Again, at least the first one was, and I mean, I can't imagine the second one's any less fun. I love the butt bounce in this game. It's so much fun. It's like Mario's ground pound, basically, but, you know, you bounce. It's super stupid. It's like, ridiculous fun. In addition to that, you also have the old spin dash. It's called a rev-roll here, but, like, look at it. That is, like, very, very blatant. And, you turn into metal to walk underwater. This game wasn't overly original. It's a Crash Bandicoot clone with a ground pound from Mario 64 and a spin dash. But that doesn't mean it's not fun. So, no complaints for me regarding this game at all, actually. That's not true. I have a ton of complaints, but I can't wait to play some Splatoon on the channel. Just in general, actually. I miss Splatoon. Because I didn't have a physical copy of Splatoon 1. I had it as a download. No, that's probably, I probably need to adjust the bitrate of the stream. Yeah, I can see that it is actually. It's probably just the stream's bitrate. I have to fix that in a sec. We'll try lowering it a bit. This game combines Crash, Mario, and Sonic. This Pac-Man world game. The first two at least do. The later ones are a little more original. Well, the later one, because there's only 3 of them. It's a little more original in the sense that it plays exactly like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, but not as buggy. So, it's meh. It's not great. This game's awesome, though. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to try and adjust my Streamlabs settings, because it's going low. And, yeah, I can see it says it's dropping frames every few seconds. That's bad. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me change stream settings while I'm live. It would be nice, but I really doubt it. Almost does. Oh, it does? Okay, let me go down by literally 1. Okay, I'm gonna briefly end the stream and I'll start it back up again with a lower bitrate. We'll see. Back in a sec. Also, Sonic Advance 2. Yeah, that game is fun as hell. Actually, I love that game. See if this is a little less laggy. Hopefully. But I don't know if it will be or not. It might be more laggy for all I know, actually. Charles Martinet has a world record? I have no idea what that would be, actually. Oh, this looks way worse. Because I'll worry about things like chat size later. Like, I can do that whenever. I do like Pac-Man's idle animations in this game, though. Let me see. Ow, I just, like, punched my mic booster. That's gross. Is it a little bit better now? Seems like it should be better. But, you know, seems like it should be better doesn't actually mean it will be better, so I just gotta take it with a grain of salt. I've still not played the Rush games. I will so get to them. I'm actually really excited to get to them. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Okay. That was weird. So it's just to play it in a smaller window, basically. It's still being kind of laggy. Or maybe I'm just nuts. Because the game doesn't have a great frame rate. It, like, dips between, like, 60 and 45-ish. But right now, it seems like it's being fine. Meh. Whatever. Yeah, I want to get into the Rush games really badly. Especially since I have that stupid 3DS capture card. I should probably use it. Video output low. That's probably on my, internet's end, though. It doesn't seem to be causing any issues. That's really weird. But my computer's not very happy. I always try and spin dash jump. I say rev roll, but like you can't rev roll jump in this game at all. You just cancel out of it. That's something I'm surprised, or not anymore. I'm not obviously, but at the time I was very shocked that Pac-Man's moveset in Smash was not based on this. I just assumed it would be, and then it was something completely different and honestly kind of preferable. But in this game, he has abilities that he could have used. He has a ground pound that bounces around. He has the rev roll spin dash thing, which would have fit right in with like Jigglypuff and stuff. I don't know. Would have been interesting. It's running pretty slowly right now, but that doesn't seem to be on the end of OBS. I think that's my internet being bad. It is indeed my internet being bad. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that, so I'm fine with that. I just have to order an XLR cable, or not XLR. I keep saying XLR over there. Like, I get cables wrong when I'm tired. I'm like operating on a couple hours of sleep right now, so, but this should be pretty good going forward. I mean, I could lower the resolution down to 720p, but then again, that would look worse. I don't want to do that. That's dumb. I'm just gonna play normally for a minute. You guys tell me how it looks and how it's acting, because not much I can really do aside from let you guys tell me. Because again, I'm not planning on playing this for more than like an hour or so. This is just to make sure that Tim and I got this thing under control, got it functioning. But yeah, the Rush games are cool looking, at least. I definitely like the formula because I really like Colors DS. Bonus level. Oh no, I don't really want to do the bonus level. I guess I'm gonna do the bonus level. These are in every level in theory. Basically, if you get all the Pac-Man letters that are hidden around the different stages, you unlock these bonus levels, which are pretty lame. I'm doing really badly on this one, actually. Because usually I'd be getting those fruit, and I'd be getting like all these fruit down here as well. Basically, all you got to do is use the metal ball power-up thing that turns into not Metal Mario, and go underwater and get everything that is laid out before you. You have to get every single item in order to win at these bonus games. So that includes every fruit, every dot. I don't think there's ever any dots, but if there were dots, you'd have to get them. Every metal ball, even those don't even add points and are completely valueless. These are basically just a way to farm fruit and lives. And fruit and lives basically do the exact same thing, so it's not really all that important. We got a like shitload of dots there too. We got like a bajillion fruit. So basically the fruit turn on the slot machine. You can then hit circle and try and line them up. Or if you know what you're doing, you can just always get a perfect score, because the orange will always come immediately after banana on all three. So I screwed up that time because there's a little bit of lag and I don't feel like looking up to my left up there. But yeah, this is pretty Pretty sick game. I do love me some Pac-Man World. I wish it got a little more recognition than it does, honestly. Like, I don't think it's completely overlooked or anything. Like, people seem to be aware of it, and people generally seem to like it even. But I'm not really hearing a ton of praise regarding it, you know? How that look? It's kind of being laggy still. Lame, lame, lame. Nothing I can do about it right now, obviously. I'm also off tomorrow, so I'm going to be extensively testing and tweaking things tomorrow, like making the chat size a little bit smaller so that names show up, because, you know, you can't tell who anyone is. But, am I into Pokemon? Not particularly. I don't dislike Pokemon, but, like, I haven't really ever gotten into it either. Like, something about it just... I've beaten Gen 1. Well, I beat the GBA version of Gen 1, Fire Red specifically. So, like, I have experience with the games, kind of, but not super extensive experience. Okay, I fell down like an idiot. And almost died. But, like, I've played my fair share of Pokemon. I just never got super into it. Although I do think that Let's Go Pikachu / Eevee looks like it's right up my alley. Because, my issue with Pokemon was that I always got really bored. I thought it was kind of repetitive. And, it seems like the things I found repetitive and boring are more or less remedied in Let's Go. So, that's pleasing to me. That ghost just, like, flee. Yeah. I love the fact that you still have to, you still have to actually, like, get a power pellet and catch the ghosts in this game. And in World 2 and kind of in 3. But in 3 they made it really lame. But the feeling of catching a ghost in a Pac-Man game is fantastic. Because it's that satisfying, like, freeze frame. Everything stops, and it makes that crunching sound. And it's like, yeah, you just did something significant. And it's an awesome feeling that the Pac-Man World games actually do include, I think very intentionally. A lot of other Pac-Man games kind of try to skip it and, like, just streamline it. You know, you hit a ghost. Oh, well, you ate it. End of story. But there's no fun in that. Whereas if you're crunching down, it's a tactile feeling. You get a moment of actual, like, feedback within the game and the world surrounding you in the game. It's a very subtle thing, but it's something I'm very, very big into. I have not tried Heart Gold. It's like $8 billion. It is actually a really expensive game. It looks cool, though, actually. I like remakes, generally, because remakes are usually better versions of games a lot of the time. So, Nintendo does them really well. So, it looks cool, but no, I haven't played it. I don't even know anyone who has it, I don't think. Just because, again, it's pretty pricey. I could emulate it, I guess, but I don't want to do that. And I just don't want to drop $50 on an old Pokemon game that I might not like. I liked Fire Red for what it was, but I wasn't, like, in love with it. So, I don't know. It's not like it's a game I don't want to ever play. I do want to get into Pokemon eventually, but, like, RPGs just aren't my genre. And even though I get, like, the collectathon elements of Pokemon, it's, like, still not all there for me. Like, I'm not 100% into it. I should probably go get the power pellet and kill the ghost. I haven't beaten this game in forever. But it's such a fun one. The second one's better, though. World 2 is almost a perfect game. I'm actually really excited to, like, do a full-on stream of World 2. Or I might do a video on all 3 World games. Because I do think that they're kind of not so much underappreciated and underrated, because I feel like everyone knows they exist. You know, they're not like these unheard of gems. Oh, God, I totally missed that butt bounce. The Pac-Man's control's a little weird in this game, I'm not gonna lie. He's really, really twitchy and odd. I should not have... I'm glad I did not commit to that, because I would not have made it. Yeah, Pac-Man's control in this game isn't the best. It is very, very good in World 2 and 3, though. World 3 having a bunch of other really weird issues, but... No, Pac-Man, what'd you do that for? I didn't even hit jump. You just fucking leapt. Alright, whatever, Pac. That's fine. Took us closer to here. We have plenty of lives. I guess we're going to the bonus stage again. It'll be the same one, but may as well. I'll probably play through this world and maybe World 2 Like, not World 2 as in Pac-Man World 2. But, like, I mean, I will play through that. But what I'm saying is I'll probably play through a little bit more of this after I beat the first world. The thing is, the second world is really boring. So I'll probably skip straight to the third world of the game. Because it's really good. Because in outer space. And I probably won't beat that, but I'll show it off a little bit. Again, I'm sleep deprived. I was up really late last night, and I had a lot to do today. Like, I think I got home from hanging out at Tim's, working on this and playing Beat Saber and doing other stuff at like 6 a.m. And I was back up and awake at like 9 doing stuff. So, wasn't a super fun day for me, but enough of one. The thing that matters is I think streams are going to be a lot better on the channel going forward. And like obviously a variant of this will be used for other stuff. Like if it's 16:9, then it'll have a different border. But yeah, Sawyer, you're a big old Pac-Man fan, if I recall. Finally doing a Pac-Man World stream. Granted, we're not playing through the whole game. In fact, we're not going to play through much of it at all. But we're going to play through enough of it that you know that I'm good at it. Wait, did I leave the Galaxian up there? Where is it? Oh, I have to get the apple from here first, I remember. Man, that parrot does not give a shit. That was ridiculous. The blooper reel, I have it on my actual PS1 memory card that's like, you know, sitting in my PS1, which isn't being used right now, because obviously I'm playing this on a PS3 for the sake of not losing my sanity during hookup. But where's the Galaxians? I haven't played Pac-Man World 1 in forever. Well, we got this, so we may as well kill the ghost. Well, kill I say loosely, but you know what I mean. No, I don't want to miss the ghost. I like hitting them. Yeah, that's so satisfying every time without fail. I guess we'll have to find where the Galaxian is, because I want to do that. But yeah, for 100% of the game, you get a blooper reel. It is really, really funny, actually, for what it is. Because there are only a few FMV cutscenes in this game, but the blooper reel is like longer than any of them, and it's just it's a 100% bonus. It's very charming though. I guess I could just kill myself. That'd be fast, right? Oh, well that worked out anyway. It was right there. I'm just gonna kill myself and let the checkpoint take care of it. So getting the Galaxians in this game open up the Galaxian doors because the fruit open their respective doors. Galaxians unlock Pac-Man mazes behind their doors, which is pretty neat, except for the fact that they're slow and awkward, but it's still pretty cool. I think this is the first Galaxian in the game. Or no, there was one in the last level. I just ignored it because I didn't want to do it. But, yeah, starting from level 2 onwards, these are everywhere. They're better in... The mazes aren't super good in this game, and it carries over the main game's health and lives, so you can really screw yourself over if you are, like, unprepared. I do appreciate having these here, though. I have a file on this console where I have all the mazes unlocked. I would think the ghosts are ectoplasm, which is typically what ghosts are said to be. I do like the fact you can just barrel through ghosts. It's pretty funny. But, no, in theory, Pac-Man should be able to eat them. They're ectoplasm. It's a material, kind of. You can change the camera angles from way too zoomed in to gross, you can't see what anything is, to it's fine. And this is the camera angle I usually play with, this medium one. That applies to World 2 as well. It's not as bad in World 2 because obviously it's a PS2 game / GameCube, depending, or Xbox, whatever. This one's kind of a console exclusive, and I say kind of an exclusive to the PS1 because it is on the Game Boy Advance. It's just that there's no reason to play the GBA version at all if you have the option to play the PS1 version, because it's so far superior. Getting all 4 ghosts, or actually getting all the ghosts in any given set of ghosts, oh man, god damn it, is a way, it guarantees you a health wedge. And Pac-Man's health bar is, you know, it's shaped like Pac-Man. That's charming. Whatever. He's dead now. That's it. He passed away. Rest in peace, Pac-Man. But you can take 4 hits before you die because, you know, 3 hits and then like your life bar's empty, but you got 1 hit left kind of hit. This was actually one of the first 3D platformers I think I ever saw. Not that I ever played. I didn't really play it, but I saw it. This game influenced me more than almost anything else in the entire gaming industry. I love getting ghosts in Pac-Man games. Like I said, that sensation that you get as a player from the game world freezing around you as you eat the enemy is super, super satisfying. Because not only are you defeating an enemy, which is inherently a satisfying feeling in itself, but we're dead. Okay. Don't really need the extra life anyway, but I went for it, and I regretted it. The Pac-Man world era design is like the best 3D Pac-Man design, so I'm glad they went with it instead of Ghostly Adventures. It's nothing against Ghostly Adventures. I don't dislike it or anything. The games for it, I only played the first one. I have to get to at some point, but the first Ghostly Adventure game was actually pretty decent for what it was. It was a fun little platformer. I don't like the show at all. I thought the show was kind of the worst, but I get why people like it. It's just not for me, like, at all. But I think the Pac-Man world era Pac-Man design is like near flawless. I finally got Maze Madness, Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, so I'll be playing that on the channel, probably in a video this year actually, because, you know, why not? I want to do something Pac-Man related video-wise, and I was like, what can I do? And I was like, oh yeah, I own Maze Madness. I could play that because I've never touched it. I played the Game Boy Advance version a little bit, but that's like actual garbage. Fair enough, Sin. I'm going to do the same thing soon. I want to stretch the stream out to like 45 minutes probably. I just wanted to... I committed to doing a stream tonight, so I kind of want to get something done. I'm way too tired to do a full stream. I think this is going to be a game I do actually stream the whole way through this month. Like, we'll start it over and we'll do it as a proper stream. This is just a test stream for the new overlay and the new chat overlay and everything. Just to see how everything turns out. And I think it all turned out well, other than whenever things were just not working for a while. But that wasn't my fault. That was my internet. So, look, Pac-Man will get stuck if you leave one of the flying dots there. It's funny. But yeah, Knightson, thanks for joining in, dude. But yeah, World 2 is a lot more of a fast-paced kind of game, I think. As much as I love Pac-Man World, it's not quite the speediest of platformers. It's a little more of a slow, methodical kind of game, just because there's a lot of waiting around for platforms to do things, and a lot of standing on rev roll pads and just holding in square and things of that nature. Although it does have quite possibly the greatest final boss on the PlayStation 1. Well, nah, Monster Ox from Spider-Man's probably the best, but it's up there. I really like Talkman as a fight. Talkman's a really good, really good boss fight, actually. I could do Spider-Man PS1 actually sometime soon. That game is awesome. I want to do Spider-Man game stream, and I couldn't decide which one. It was like Spidey PS4. That's like one of my favorite games ever made. I ran into the ghost. It's frustrating shit. I think we're going to actually just beat the boss, which is the next level. HMS Windbag's the next level. I think we're just going to beat the boss and call it a stream. This archive I'll leave up for like I'll leave it up for like a day or two. But I'm probably going to delete it because again, this stream exists to test things out. And tomorrow I'm off, so I'm going to do just a bunch of unlisted streams all day and, like, mildly tweak things. But I am tireder than I expected. Thought some caffeine would help, and it did for, like, the first 20 minutes. But I'm a tired, sleepy boy, so... That's okay. We will be able to free Baby Pac-Man, though, and that's what probably matters to someone out there who cares more about Baby Pac-Man than me. Because like I said earlier, Pac-Man's family members were kidnapped. Oh, it's not Baby Pac-Man. Baby Pac-Man's in, I don't remember what level Baby Pac's in. I don't know why I thought this was Baby Pac, because the dog's next. Then it's Junior? No. No, then it's Professor Pac. Then it's Junior. Baby Pac-Man's one of the last, so I don't know why I got that screwed up. In any case, we didn't get the bonus level. We did get some fruit, though. And we're going to beat the boss fight, because I want to have it on, like, an actual ending note, but... Again, this wasn't even like a real formal stream. It was more of just a see how this new shit works. And I think it's pretty cool. So kudos to everyone who joined in and made it so that we could actually test things. I really appreciate it. Is Puka part of Pac-Man's family? According to this game. And no other source I've ever seen. Oh, I assumed this was actually 2D. I didn't realize you could run off here. That's really bad. Pac-Man World is actually one of those games that even though I like having the analog controls on and I do use them, it's mostly best played with a D-pad because it's clearly what the game was designed around. Okay, there we go. I've never died here before. That's weird. I actually really like parts of games like this where it's just straight platforming. I love platforming bosses, and it's not really a platforming boss because it's just a platforming section leading up to the actual fight, quote unquote. Because even then, I wouldn't really call it a fight. I'd call it butt bouncing on some switches because that's all the fight is. Which unfortunately means I won't get to show off Anubis Rex in this stream. Anyone who played Pac-Man World knows Anubis Rex, unfortunately. And I do emphasize, unfortunately, that is not a good thing. Anubis Rex is a very unfortunate example of how to play this, of how to make a boss fight for a platformer. Actually, it's Clyde, even though it should be Blanky, because in the Pac-Man World games, all three of them, I love the background here. It looks like a really nice Mega Man background or something. Anyway, in all three of the Pac-Man World games, Blinky and Clyde's names are backwards. So it should be Blinky. If you actually look, it's labeled as Clyde, and it's wrong. But, yeah. Anyway, that boss is hard. Like, there's no getting around it. It's tricky as shit. Honestly, my advice to beating that is jump a hell of a lot. That's all I do in that fight. It's just I'm constantly jumping and bouncing around because you're a little less likely to get hit by stuff if you're airborne. I hope you guys are okay with my ugly mug being in streams from now on. I think it's a little more professional. I think having the gameplay separate from the face cam is nice. It doesn't overlap. I like it. I think this turned out pretty cool. So, again, this was just a little test stream. It was only like 45 minutes, but, you know. Yeah, well, be streaming tomorrow. I'll be doing some Sonic. Stuff will be finalized by then. Again, this was just a test thing, so thanks for everyone who watched, or thanks to everyone who watched. Man, I am so tired. Trust me, Sawyer, you can totally do it. That fight, it sucks, but it's doable. I'm gonna stream Pac-Man World 2 fairly soon, I think. I might stream Pac-Man World 2 sooner than I actually stream this game. And I guarantee that's where I'll get stuck. Will be on that fight. But it is doable, so have no fear. Till next time, everyone, I'm gonna clock out. Bye!